It seems like not one week can pass without us having to cover something about Dragon Age: The Veilguard. This game isn't even out yet, and they keep causing controversy by adding or removing things that maybe gamers wanted. What did they do this time? Well, let's find out on That Game Plays. Hi, folks, it's me, CC, again with the incomparable, the amazing, the movie monster himself, Marvin. How's it going, Marvin?
Oh, hey there, Culture. We're talking about one of my all-time favorite game series that is about to take one of the all-time greatest face flops of all time. All time.
Well, that sounds pretty sad for you, my friend.
All time, yep.
I feel like we talk about this all the time, speaking of all
We
time.
really do.
All right, well, let's get into this story from John F. Trent over at That Park Place, the sister site to We Do Here. But Dragon Age: The Veilguard removes player control over companions. Game director attempts to explain why. Okay, so now you don't have control over your companions?
That's so dumb. That is the dumbest thing. Good Lord. I mean, look, at the end of the day, Mass Effect, you didn't have direct control over your companions either,
Sure.
but Dragon Age has always given you direct control over your companions.
Well,
And
it's
it's
helpful.
really weird to not have you. So does that? Yeah, I guess we'll see as we read through exactly what this entails.
Yeah, I mean, again, you're removing a utility that seems like it's something you should have. But the director, someone who otherly identifies, confirmed that the upcoming game removes player control over companions, which again, as Marvin pointed out, is a new feature removal. I'm not sure a lot of regular Dragon Age players are going to be thrilled with. But what do you expect from
Right.
BioWare? So, speaking to Edge Magazine via Games Radar, Bush explained why this gameplay mechanic goes hand in hand with the franchise being removed. On the experimental side, we wanted you to feel like you are Rook. Okay. They elaborated, you're in this world, you're really focused on your actions. We wanted the companions to feel like they, as fully realized characters, are in control of their own actions. They make their own decisions.
Does that mean that we weren't the hero of Ferelden? We weren't Hawk? We weren't the Inquisitor? Because we were those characters. We were in that world. We were focused on their actions, and we still were able to control our companions during combat.
Yeah, and again, I mean, I just felt like it was helpful to do that. What this reeks of is it was just easier for them. That's
Yeah.
what this reeks of.
Well, this game has taken an obscene amount of time to come out, so yeah.
Well, Bush also offered another reason, and this is more likely it: the fact that Veilguard is a much bigger, a much higher actions per minute game. It is more technically demanding on the player. Well, okay. How about you make it an option for players whether or not they control their companions'
That's the
actions?
thing for me. So I would select my like mage, for instance, in Inquisition, but I would be like, well, I can be a mage, but then I can switch over to Cassandra if I want to do some hack and slash as a
Right.
warrior, or I could switch over to Varric if I wanted to do some more like range stuff as a scout or a rogue, and they're just taking all that away.
Yeah.
So it's just more of this like we're gonna take things away from the experience, but then claim that we're doing it for you. Like it's like they learned right from the Disney playbook.
Yeah. Well, continuing on, they say. So when we tried allowing you full control of your companions as well, we found what we found is it wasn't actually adding to the experience. In fact, in some ways, it was detrimental, given the demanding nature of just controlling your own character. Hmm.
I don't know about you, Culture, but I'm pretty decent at controlling my own character. I don't think the ability to switch to a different character to control would really hinder my experience any.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you play well, probably a less combat-oriented game like Sims 4 or something, you had to scroll through multiple characters simultaneously to control their actions while they were just
Mhm.
doing things around the house or on an excursion or whatnot. I think I think people can handle, managing a family like that. They could probably manage a adventure party, on top of it. But Bush continued. I will admit that on paper, if you just read that, you have no ability to control your companions, that you might feel like something was taken away. Feel
Yeah,
like,
that's because it was.
yeah.
You absolute ignoramus.
But in our testing and validating with players, what we find is they're more engaged than ever.
No, see, you might feel like when you hear that information that we took this thing away, that we took something away from you. But in actuality, it was a thing that you had that you just don't have anymore. You see, there's the difference.
Right. Yeah, because it was burdening you.
Right.
Like that extra $10 in your wallet. You were being burdened. Anyway, while players won't have direct control of companions, Bush did note that there is some control as players can activate companion abilities.
So
Oh,
basically, it's Mass Effect then.
yeah, that's actually exactly what
Yeah.
it sounds like. Yeah. She's got her own behaviors, how she prioritizes targets, whether she gets up close and draws aggro or stays further back at range. But you'll be able to direct her in combat by activating her abilities from the wheel. Okay.
That's exactly Mass Effect.
It is. Yeah. In fact, it sounds like they just dumped this on top of a Mass Effect,
Engine, yeah.
Yeah, crazy. So those abilities are part of BioWare's big push towards combo-based combat. The developer offers an example. One companion uses a gravity well style spell, another slows time, and then the player drops a big area of effect nuke on top of your grouped slowed enemies. Okay. So weird. Um, Bush added that he views this strategic layer to combat as a huddle where oh, I hate these terms uh,
Ugh.
where you're figuring out how you want to handle the situation based on the formation. Oh my gosh, you have on the encounter and how you and your companions
Wait,
synergize
look at
together.
that screen. Look at that screen right there, Culture. Does that look like it's simplified to you?
No,
Good lord.
and
What a mess.
that heads up would really bother me like while I'm
Ugh.
playing too.
Well, now I'm assuming if this is like Mass Effect, that's like if you hit like one of the triggers, this menu is going to pop up.
Right.
But still, that is a crazy, crazy menu.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, not to cast too negative a light on this, I can tell you honestly, Marvin, I'm not interested in this game. Let me know
I'm
if
going to
you are.
cast a very negative light on it. It looks like it sucks, but I will say that for the just because I'm a completionist and because this series and this studio has been such a huge part of my game of life, I will review this game for that game place.
Yeah,
I will
well,
take that bullet.
you'll take that for us. You'll have to
Yeah,
let me know if it's worth even looking at because it doesn't
I
sound
will.
like it. And the more you go through and find out that they're removing all of the elements that came before that, were fun and different about this game,
Right.
you really are now playing another Mass Effect game, I think.
Yeah, pretty much exactly. Which for you and me might be fine, but for like Jonas, for example, like that's going to be terrible.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, just head nodding,
Exactly.
generated dialogue that he's not a fan of. Yeah, anyway, nice dig. All right. Well, those are our thoughts on the game and on this particular story. We really wish that they would hand back the level of control that you used to have before, but I guess that's just officially gone forever. So, would that dissuade you from purchasing this purchase? So, would that dissuade you from purchasing this game? If so, let us know down in the comments section below. Also, is there anything else that's keeping you from playing Dragon Age the Veilguard, considering we've now done, I don't know, 5 or 6 videos on this story? Let us know that also in the comments section below. And as always, get your game on.